Before we jump into this episode, I want to invite you to join our community to help you become a better steward, scale to billions, and ultimately give more or all of it away. All I want you to do is to click the subscribe button right now. I love your support. It's incredible to see your comments, and we're just getting started. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. Welcome to the Build It to Billions podcast, where we guide successful entrepreneurs and investors on their journey from millions to billions. We believe the key to scaling and compounding your wealth in life starts every single day with the mindset and practice of stewardship over ownership and applying billionaire biblical principles. Our ultimate goal is to have you scale, compound your wealth in life so you can give more, all of it away to help MVPs. My name is Brett Swartz. Each and every episode, we're joined by some of the world's top millionaires, billionaires, and entrepreneurs where they share their secrets with us so we can level up right now. And excited about our next guest. He is out of the state of Ohio, and he is recognized as one of the most requested and demand business and motivational keynote speakers and executive coaches in the world. He is the only author in history to have works published by Hay House, HarperCollins, Simon and I think it's Sculptor, Mid-Valley, Nightingale, Continent, and the Chicken Soup for the Soul publisher. He has also delivered over 1,000 presentations for corporations, associations, business groups, colleges, universities, and youth organizations worldwide. And so much more. Please welcome to the show with me, Dr. Noah St. John. Dr. Noah, how are you doing?
I'm great, Brett. Happy to be here today.
Excellent. And for those who are also listening, we're also streaming on Capital Gains Tax Solutions and YouTube channels as well. So Dr. Noah, for our listeners, get to know you for the first time before we dive into the topic at hand, which is power habits for real estate professionals, but it can also apply, I imagine, to entrepreneurs and business owners, of course. I'm curious, who was Dr. Noah St. John growing up, and give us a little more about your focus today.
Absolutely. You know, I came to this, I've been doing this, helping people for over 30 years now. But it started very organically. I grew up poor in a rich neighborhood. And I know that's a total cliche, but it's true. I grew up in this little town called Kennebunkport, Maine, which is one of the wealthiest communities in New England. But my family was dirt poor. And I mean that literally, because we lived at the bottom of a dirt road in a drafty, unfinished house that my parents ended up losing to foreclosure when I was just 15 years old. So growing up, I was painfully exposed to the gap, the chasm between the haves and the have-nots. The haves was everyone else in the community, and the have-nots was my family. And so I just hated being poor. I hated that life of poverty because I saw that right down the street, there's great wealth and abundance. So I said, how the heck do I get from here to there? And of course, there was no one to help me back then. There was no internet or all the things we have today. So I did the only thing I could think of, which is I went to the library and I read every book in the self-help section. I read over 300 books in self-help success, all the classics, Dale Carnegie, Napoleon Hill, Stephen Covey. Read every book that they had, and I really, really tried to apply it. But as hard as I worked, as hard as I tried, I just couldn't seem to get it to work. So at the age of 25, I actually decided to commit suicide. I decided to take my own life at age 25 because of how frustrated I was. Now, at the last moment, my life was spared, but I didn't know why, and I didn't know what I was doing here on this earth. So I said, I've got to find out, what is my purpose here? What am I doing on this planet? And what am I supposed to do with the rest of my life? So I went back to the library, and this time I read every book in the spiritual section to find out, what is my purpose? How do I find who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing here? So fast forward 5 years later, in 1997, I had these epiphanies, and I realized exactly what was missing in all those books that I'd spent so many years reading, and no one was talking about it. So I realized, aha, this is, in fact, my purpose and my mission, as well as my message. And so I decided to write my first book, which was called Permission to Succeed. It was subsequently published by the Chicken Soup for the Soul publisher. And now, all these years later, as you mentioned a moment ago, I'm the only author in history that's had works published by Hay House, HarperCollins, Simon & Schuster, Mind-Valley, Nightingale, Conant, and the Chicken Soup for the Soul publisher. No other author in history has ever done that. So really, even more exciting than that is that we've helped our clients, real estate professionals, health professionals, entrepreneurs of all kinds from all around the world, over 120 countries, to add over $3 billion collectively. And that means we've helped entrepreneurs and real estate professionals to add 6 figures, 7 figures, and even 8 figures in record time using my system. And so that's who I am, and that's why I'm here.
Absolutely amazing, Dr. Noah St. John. Incredible story from wooden spoon to silver spoon. So if you like this little short clip of the interview I just did, click over here to watch the full interview. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much, everybody.